Hello, how are you doing? My name is Anthony Gray and welcome to another episode of Grayscale Painting. Right now we have an 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper. I have taken black paint, covered the whole thing, got it secured with the tape. Alright, I've pre-wet the paper and I've put the paint on it, let it fully dry. Alright, look down below here. We have cad yellow, some sienna, some sap green, Grombacher red, phthalo blue, and some titanium white. I work with a small palette. Relatively simple painting today. I won't keep you as long. Alright, we're going to go right into a little bit of the glycerin. Alright, this is another one of those simple type paintings that if you want to do a little paint party in a class project type of situation, you can easily do this. Okay, very simple. All right, we're going to coat the bottom part. You see there's no guides, no pencil lines or anything. Very simple. This glycerin is nice little medium that will, one is reflective, if you can't tell. It's pretty reflective. All right, we'll coat that part. All right, so we'll coat a third from the bottom, and we're going to do the same thing up top. Just coat a third of the paper, much like that. Don't need too much, and you'll leave that little strip in the center there kind of bare. You don't need any down past that point. Okay, you can make it a little wider if you want, but this should be fine for what we're going to do. Alrighty then, I'm going to take a transparent color. We're going to take a little bit of this here phthalo blue, only on the corner. Look down here. I just need a corner. Alright, just on the corner here. Okay, and we're going to coat where you got the glycerin. You're going to coat that with the blue. Coat the whole thing. As you can see with me putting the phthalo on, it still appears black. Alright, and with the rest I'll just put down here. Nothing special. Alright, it's just put on here just to be put on there. Not, like I said, nothing really special. We're going to take a little bit of this phthalo green. I did not wipe off my brush. We're going to coat all down here with a little bit of phthalo green, just like that. Yeah, this is phthalo green. Semi-transparent. It's not all the way transparent, this stuff. Right. Still will show pretty dark, but it's not really, you know, that transparent. You can still pretty much see it. This glycerin will keep that paint wet for a minute. Now, the glycerin, because there's a coating on the paper, it sits right on top. All right, so it's going to stay wet even longer. It helps with blending and shading and fading and all that special effects stuff. All right, okay, let's take a fan brush. Doesn't particularly matter what size you have. I'm going to take a pretty nice size one here, number 6. Okay, all right, I'm going to dip my brush, just the ends of the brush. I will show you. Look here, just the right there, just the end of the brush. All right, we're going to take it, and just you can see my hands, just so you see right here, and I'm just going to kind of twirl it around, move it around, whatnot, just like that. As you can see, it's starting to turn blue as I twirl it, and that's fine. Okay, you can leave that little white spot up there. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a-okay. Let's do one more pass with that. Okay, right here. This right from the bottom here and go up in there like that. Okay, just like so. I'm going to take my brush. This is a brush you get at the makeup store. All right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go in little circles just like this. And what this does is kind of smooth out these paint you got in here. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to just fill all of this in. What's going on. This is the titanium white. It's picking up that phthalo blue. Okay. And it will make it look like distant little clouds. You can fill in all the black with it. It's fine. As you can see, the cloud shapes are starting to meld into the blue. I can take it and kind of swirl it around. Okay. It's just me varying pressure here and there. Okay. I'm going to wipe off my brush here, and I'm just going to lightly smooth all that out. X strokes will do it very lightly. That's all. Very lightly, just smooth it out. Just like that. Now that gives the appearance of some clouds in the distance somewhere. That's all. We're going to repeat the process with even brighter clouds. Okay. Same process. Take the fan brush, just on the tip of the fan brush, just on the ends of the fan brush. All right. Come back up here. And once again, we're going to do it again, but with the brighter paint. We'll just kind of twirl that up and around like that. Keep it relatively bright this time around. Let's put some right in here. Kind of twirl it around and let it do a little dance all by itself. Okay. Like I said, I want these a little brighter, so I'm going to really put that white on there. A little bit brighter. Maybe around the edges there. That will pretty much be the end of me messing with the clouds. Another embarrassing accident. And we're just going to take it, and we're not as heavy, just lightly swirl the patterns. Don't want to have it too inundated with blue. You want to keep these a little bit brighter. Okay. So really lightly kind of fade them in there, still keep that brightness. You want to just smooth out some of those wrinkles a little bit. Just smooth them out, and it will lightly, very lightly, just kind of fade them in there. Don't worry about these fellas down here on the bottom. They will be covered. Okay, at least mostly covered. All right, all right. That's really about all you need to do as far as these clouds are concerned. Let's take I'll do it with a flat brush. I'll do it with a number 3 flat here. Okay. All right. Let's go up here for a minute, and let's bring it a little closer. That should be fine right here. Okay. I'm going into nothing but titanium white, just tapping in on one side very lightly. Okay. And while the paint is somewhat still wet, I'll pop in a few kind of highlights right in there. And then I'm just tapping in the rest from the bottom. Just tap it into the color there. Okay. Just like that. Just keep tapping. It'll fade into the color there. Just like that. Give it a little body over here. Like so. And we're going to keep doing that in certain spots. You don't have to really do it everywhere. It's truly up to you. Let's bulk out this one fella right here. And I'm just going to tap in lightly. Just some shapes. And lightly put it into the previous color. You can keep building on it to whatever brightness you would like. Okay. And just keep spreading out that color. Brighten it up to wherever you want. Like so. It pushes the clouds out further. Okay. Just like that. Maybe a little something hanging around up there. Just like this. And I'll just kind of fade that out. Just like that. Just keep tapping away Okay. I don't need to do anything further down the bottom. You'll see in a second. Let's push the camera back out a little bit, and let's go right about here. Okay, we're gonna get a nice block of green. We're gonna darken the green a little bit though. You want a brush that'll kind of give you some nice unusual shapes. Okay, usually a thicker brush. Okay, now I'll put it right here. I'm gonna get a little bit of red and put it there because I want to deepen it a little bit. We're gonna go back to the green, but we'll kind of deepen this color. That should be more than enough. Okay, and we're gonna get some interesting greenery going on right about in there. See this? And right now I want to concentrate on just getting some interesting kind of shapes going on with it, just for the top. Okay, and we'll bring some up way up here, just like that. Get some of that different coloring, some of the area, rather, not coloring. You want some of the clouds to kind of peek through that, and then all down in here. Further we go down, we start making this a little more solid. Okay, I'm just getting some more of this brownish color here. Not really green, but it's okay. And we're coming on down, go straight down with it. No one will probably believe that you just did this with a black canvas. Okay, but you know, let them know, yes you did. I just got a little bit more green in the brown, and I'm just coming down, come all down into that green that we covered in here. Bring it down into that green a little bit. All right. Okay, we're gonna start getting a little bit brighter now. We're gonna go into our titanium white. We'll pull the paint, pull it into that brownish green mix. Get some more green. Okay. Now what I'm gonna take a little bit of that blue into this green. I don't want it specifically dark green yet. So we got a little bluish green happening here. All right, and now we're gonna start getting some interesting patterns in there. Be very delicate with it. Okay, we didn't get to any highlighting or anything. We're just filling in very interesting shapes of greenery all up in here. Just go up in here and you're gonna do the same thing all down in here. Okay, this will expand them. There. Okay, give it another nice little pull. Pull some of that color. See, I'm just pulling the color. We're gonna come on the other side. We're gonna bring all this around. Nice little touch. Keep some of that blue shining through there. Just like that. Don't get rid of all of the darks. Come down here with it. Just like that, just bring it down. Okay, interesting shapes even down in here. Okay, tap a little more green there. A little bit of blue in that green. Just a couple taps. I'm using only this is a wedged brush, so we're using just the tip. Okay, and we're gonna come up here and knock some of that. Make sure you get some of that cloud space in there. Don't get rid of all your browns. All right, and then we're gonna bring that down here like this. Bring it down there, just like that. Okay, just like that. All right, go into a little bit of yellow. I'm tapping in some yellow right here in this spot here. Get a little bit of white. Put it right in there. Get some more yellow. You still want more of a yellow tinge into your green. Using only the tip of the brush. The type of brush you use, all right, will determine what kind of tree shapes you want to try to get here. But I want you to check something out here. Look at this. Now let's skip some of that. Keep some of that dark green in there. Okay. Put some in here. Some around down here. Get some interesting shapes happening right in here like that. Okay. Put some in here. Just like that. Go back into your brighter color. I gotta tap it a little carefully because the paper moves a little bit with this heavier brush. Get a nice yellow-green mix. Come over on the other side here. And once again, gently, just, tap a few. Make them very interesting. Leave some of that dark in there. Okay. See how it starts to look like bushes? Take your wrist and turn that brush around a little. Come over here, do some there. Come over here. Get that nice shape. Don't drag this. Just touch. You see how you get the interesting shapes happening there? I'm going to turn my brush around and we're going to kind of go down here with it. Just add some of that brightness down there, like that. All right. Just like that. I'm going to take some of this bright. I'm going to start shaping up a few things here. Maybe up around in here a little bit. It's like that. In this corner. And I'm going to leave it be. I'm going to take the same brush. Now watch. Let's go right from here. Watch. I'm going to just take it and just come on down with it. Come down. Come down with it. Come down with it like that. Okay. Let's take some yellow. And do it again with a little bit of yellow. Just like that. Keep stroking it in there. Don't worry, it'll darken up. Okay. Get a little touch of blue. We'll darken that up just a tad in certain spots. Like it gets darker here. A little darkness in there. But you see, it's making it darker, but it's not making it black and dark. Like so. All right. Take the same brush, just a little bit, and just go. Bring it across like that. Let's get rid of that. And go same thing this way. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Now I'll take a little bit of white, just a little bit, and I'll put some streaks in there like that. And once again, lightly kind of make little water lines in there like that. We're going to go into some yellow. Look down here, go into some yellow. I'll put the yellow right here. Put it in with the blue, a little bit of white. Get some nice highlights going here. A little more of that yellow in there. Okay. Very light color, extremely light. Let's zoom in for a little bit. All right, let's come up here. All right, and we're gonna, with this super bright color, and very tiny little highlights, put them in nice little groupings like this, because these are the very tip-top type of glowing things you have here. Just like this. Okay, put some in that dark too. Just like that. All right, and we're gonna kind of pop in a few of those in here. Just like that. Turn that brush around a little bit. Okay. As I'm turning the brush, I'm gonna pat it and see what kind of leaf patterns we're getting here. And we're gonna pop some around in here like that. Come on down. Just like so. Put some up into the water a little bit. Okay, just like that. Oh, you guys can't see that. Bring it down here. Okay, just a few of them in there. We'll kind of pop a couple of them in here a little bit. And let's get a nice little roll of something down there. Going back into my white, a little bit of yellow, just the corner of the fan brush, no water or anything added. Come out here, put a couple of them here. Turn the brush around, give it different little patterns, but you have to just group them. Okay, come up here where it's get really bright, right up in here. Come on around here a little bit. Bring some of that into the dark there, because it just brings those bushes right out. Okay, you got some up in here. I'm gonna get a little bit of water, loosen up the paint. It's just the corner of the brush. The more you loosen this paint up, the less pressure you need up on there. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap in a few, just a few. Some of these can be a little subdued in there. I'll pop in a few. Just take it and pop in a few of them up around this edge here. Let's bring some of that down in here a little bit, just like that. We'll pop in a few glowing things in here like this. Okay, maybe up around it here, just like that. Not too many of them. All right. Now, while that paint's still pretty damp, now some of the glycerin is starting to dry, but that's okay. That's all right. You just take it and you just kind of go from side to side a little bit. If it's still wet, it'll still kind of travel. All right, just like that. Okay. All right. See, that's not too bad. This would be a great, once again, this will be a great first project for anybody to try. Let's take a little bit of this green. I'm getting a palette knife here, going into the greenish white. Let's get a little more white. I'm just taking a palette knife, get a little more white. I'll put it right in here, spread it out, and just get a nice little swipe across. Now, when you spread your paint out, make sure you spread it out really, really thin, so you get a nice thin layer of paint. Go across, you get a nice little thin layer of paint, if you can see that very well. Okay, and then I'll come right across the top here. Take your palette knife like that and just go on across a little bit. If it skips, that's fine. Okay, just a little bit like that. I'll kind of wiggle some around like this. All right, get another thin layer, and we're gonna make little motion lines. They get a little close around the edge there, just like so. Bring it here too. Now remember, you got it fairly. You just angle your palette knife to some of it comes off. If none comes off, that means obviously that there isn't any on the bottom of the knife. But as you can see, I'm just kind of cutting into it a little bit. All right, get a little bit more. Make sure it's on the edge of that knife. You can start spreading this out a little bit, but you don't have to totally come across. Just little ripples here and there. Bring it toward that way. Get a little bit more of the paint, and just cut on across. Keep cutting across, just like that. Bring a couple that way. All right. Something like that. All right. Now, this has got to be one of the shortest videos, but as you can see, all right, let's take some of that sienna. Let's mix it in with that white a little bit, just like that. Okay. Depending on what type of palette knife you got. And we'll start popping in little bits of trees in here, just like that. It really takes effect when it's pretty dark background there. Look at that. You can make some lighter, some darker, really up to you. Just takes a little bit of the paint. I'm using a little bit of darker brown in there. Okay, I'll have some come straight up here like that. And just give him a partner down below there, like so. If you kind of mess it up, just wipe it away. It's all right. Don't be too shy about it. Put it right in there. All right. We'll continue some of these. Sometimes it just takes a little touch, depending on what type of palette knife you got. All right, a little too thick. I can wipe some of that away. Put some up here, just like that. Put a couple of them sticking through like that. Maybe one right around in here. Your discretion. This is your world. Whatever type of tree that you want. Put a little bit of brown down there. We're gonna move some of that around too. Okay. And just lightly put it down there. Sometimes one swipe would do. And you just bring it across. Just like so. Just bring it across a little bit. All right. Okie dokie. Not done yet. Not done yet. Here's like the fun last part. Let's take a little bit of the blue, little bit, in the corner of the brush. Let's put it right about here. Get a little bit of that glaze. Put the glaze in that, just like that. Use that phthalo blue, a little bit of glaze. Okay. We're making a nice little glaze here. And you'll start putting in nice little dark patches of color here and there, just like that. I need it a little bit darker. I'm putting a little bit of red and phthalo blue together, make a nice deep shadow color. Take some of the glaze of the medium here, glycerin. That's what I'm trying to say. And we're gonna go back over that. There we go, just like that. Bring some of that down in there, like that. A little bit of shadow stuff in here too, just like this. Okay, and we're gonna darken up around in this area. And this is just glaze. You can just move it around. Okay, up around in here, just like that. Bring some of that down like this. Bring it down and go on across with it. Go on across with it. Just like that. Okay. Just in bits. Just give a nice little shadow of stuff happening in there. Okay, we're almost done. Almost. Take a little bit of this green, this bright green, and we'll kind of start turning some of that brightness back in there. Okay. And I'm gonna bring some of that across. Bring it across. See all these little reflections and stuff going on in there? Bring it across. Okay. Just like that. Look at that. No one would ever believe this was a black canvas, really, unless they really look up there and see some of the stuff happening up there. All right, guys. I told you it's going to be a short one. So let's pull back camera just a little bit here. Straighten her up. All right. Let's see what it looks like with the frame it was designed for, which is a black frame. All right, so I'll throw a frame on it real quick, and it would look pretty much like that in a black frame. All right. I think the brown frame would more likely be more appealing, but we'll find that out in a second. Okay. Actually, before I even do that, I'm gonna get some more of this shadow color real quick. Just need a thin layer of the shadow color, because I think there we go. Sometimes I think some of my wood might be a little too bright in some spots. So I'll just deaden down that color a little bit. Kind of bring some of that color in. Reel some of that brightness in there. Reel it in Just a few of them. I won't have to do all of them. Just reel it in a little bit. There. Just not make them stick out so much. I think that would do. That's all. Just a little simple stuff. Let's try with a brown frame. This frame's a little wider, but you know, it kind of gives you an idea with a different type of frame. Okay. Something like that. All right. I think it's quite possible for you to emulate this. Maybe put in a stork or something in there. Have the little stork standing up in the water with his foot in the air. Whatever you want to do. Okay. I could have easily probably did one of those too really quick through a stork with his legs sticking up, which would really make this appealing. Maybe I'll do another one with a stork one day. Something like just like this. I'll just put the animal in there. Okay. All right, guys. Nice open area here. Still balanced. Okay. See, still balanced. All right. All right. Let me know what you think. Can't wait to hear your input on it. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you when I see you.